Between her spine and her wrist. And as she pushes away, all that just stretches out. So you want to get that feeling. So do about 10 of those. And at the end, just really let it stretch. And then you're going to shift to like a one-arm bench press here. So put your elbows out. Do about 10 like this, nice and relaxed. And you can step forward or backwards to get the breathing you want. You want some tension right at the beginning, but you also want to be able to pull in. And then do 10 like this. And so you're working the front of this deltoid. And then we're going to turn around. This is going to practice that first safety point. Never pull forward towards your face. Like your eyes are protected. So this is one that really you're going to think about with rowing. We'll come back to it later. You just warm it up now. Stretch and far enough away you see your arm. And now, just like you're rowing, flat forearm, like this. At the end, really let it pull you forward and everything stretches out. There's no tension between the spine and the wrist. We got 10 of those. And you do exactly the same thing on the other side. Just run through the same series on the other side. Nice and relaxed. You're not trying to do anything back. No, I'd say start from the beginning. So do this.
What are you doing? Come on, hurry up.
Start like you started. Go down. Do what you just did before. You're warming up the other shoulder. You're about in a good position. And you feel good. Then go to this. Flat forearm. Elbows nice and high. It's all level. Good. As I said, you can move forward or back to adjust the feet. You'll find the sweet spot for each leg. And then when that feels good, go up. I work the front of this deltoid.
Hey Ken, what are your usual reps and sets?
So for this warm up, I do 10 on each.
Okay.
And turn around and do the rolling motion. Elbow straight out, just like you were rowing. There you go. These are out like that. Really relax, let it stretch out.
Ken, when you're doing that one, you're looking for the range of motion here.
Yeah, and you're getting it not by pushing, you're not making your muscles force it, you're just letting it relax.
And should you be leaning back or should you be straight up and
You
down?
know, I don't think it really matters whatever's comfortable for you, and we're about to do a bench press and it'll be the same thing. You'll probably end up leaning into the bench press. So now, if you've ever had your shoulders have, you can recognize what will do next. So you're going to stand perpendicular to the I'm going to face it. And you're just going to do perpendicular. And by the way, if I touch you and you hate that, say something really subtle like I'm going to break your fingers. I usually respond. So your elbow is fixed. Your elbow is fixed, and then what you're doing is just pulling like this. So keep the elbow to the side. The elbow doesn't move. The forearm moves. And this is if you've ever had your shoulder rehab, you've done this. And then when you've got about 10 of those, you flip the other leg, you've got an arm. And I usually do a couple sets of these, which is where, just to make sure and then once you've done 10 of those, you're going to put back the other way, and instead of pulling, you're gonna push. You're gonna take this hand. There. Elbow fixed. You might have to stand a little bit closer. Yeah, this one's harder to do. So find the sweet spot where you've got tension at the beginning, but you can still finish at the end. So you might just you've got to have tension at the beginning. Do 10 with each arm. And like I said, if I was doing these, and we have all the time in the world, right? This full workout that I do usually takes about 2.5 hours, which we won't do today, is you do multiple reps. You do 4 of each or 10 of each or whatever. And it's really subtle because you're doing, this doesn't feel bad. And the first time I did it, and I was like, that wasn't terrible. That afternoon, I thought I had the flu. Ached all over.
So you do this for 2.5 hours?
Well, you're not doing it constantly. You do a set.
He's retired. He's got retired.
Okay, 2 more volunteers. Now we've done the warm up. We're going to start with the bench press and the bench press. 2 more volunteers. Okay. 2 stations.
Bench press.
Thank you, volunteers. Thank you so much.
We're not really going to get out of this. Yeah, be careful. So you're going to stand facing away. Stand like this. And like we were doing, starting to do a warm-up, you want your elbows out. And this is one of the beauties of stretching bands, because if you were bench pressing, this is the most vulnerable position. And the weight weighs whatever you bench. 250 pounds here, it weighs 250 pounds here. And you're in this vulnerable position, which is why people who do a lot of bench press usually have bad shoulders by the time they're 40s. But this won't hurt your shoulders. So find the sweet spot, a little bit of resistance, and then you can do a full range of motion. Keep your elbows out. Good job. And I typically do 20. Sets of 20 here.
So this is also different from a bench press in that weight's heavy here, but like as you're going through that motion, it's more intense the farther away from your body
You're
you
in a
get.
stronger position.
Yeah.
And so, and what I trying to do is trying to, just like you're doing above, get that feeling of separation. There you go. And the other great thing is you're having to control this in 3 dimensions. When you get out to the end, there's a lot of resistance. The bands are pulling at you. They're coming for you this way and this way and this way. And so I think you'll find over time, the more you use stretchy bands, the more you'll feel coordinated. Like you're moving more and more coordinated with
How often do you kind of move around to like add tension to it?
just if it feels like it. If I want to feel tension here, but I
Do you know
also
what
want
weight these bands are?
I think it's the 300 pack. I'll find out.
What I usually do is I go set, and then I'll come over and do an incline push-up. You know, some incline push-ups.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I would do too.
Okay,
That one's out.
but
Thank you for demo.
you can modify
Oh, yeah.
the push-up to weight. Okay, 2 more volunteers. We'll do the next thing. So the first couplet, I do some things in pairs. So the first couplet is to do that, push up, back, push up, go back and forth.
You were doing those to work the muscles in the other direction.
I do those because they're just a little bit more. And by the way,
I'm not doing push-ups.
the reason I do those with the feet up is as you get older, everything sags, and so you're really working the pectoralis, the pectoral major, the pectoralis majoris. You need to get a saggy look. You want to work the minoris as well. And so
I thought it was because you could let it.
I think it's a little of both.
This is one you absolutely have to live.
Can you do a knee incline?
Right.
Yes, you can put
on
a ball.
where you have some tension. And you feel your arm stretching, just like we talked about before. Your back is relaxed, your arm is relaxed, and nothing is engaged except your feet. And now do a curl towards your face, which is why you want to make sure your bands are secured. Do typically 15 of those. Engage only the biceps. Keep your hand up like this. Keep it out. Engage. There you go. And if that's too hard, then you take a slight step forward. And when you feel like you've done enough of those, change to the other arm. Now I see the band sagging as you stretch, so that you're probably too close to the wall. You want some tension on the band. You want your arm to completely relax and stretch out. You're not trying to force it, you're just relaxing your arms like the tension.
So Ken, would this be a time if you're getting slack to change up? Because I think that's a 55 and this is 65 or
If you're getting
something.
slack, you don't have enough tension in the together.
Okay.
You know, you need to always keep some tension on it because you want the band to stretch your arm.
Okay.
And if you really want the effect, after you've done a few, 15 of these, then just hold it. You count to 15, and you see that you really feel it in your bicep. And really, it's more of a vertical thing. So I'd rather see you here, and in fact, maybe a little harder. You feel that? There you go. You can feel the tension when you go like that. Now here's the other half. Pick up the other handle after you've done both arms.
Forward.
Oh, we got both come now.
Boat coming on.
But it doesn't matter
water.
Now step away so you feel tension on both arms. We're gonna do the big lift again. Like this. Face that way. Face that way.
Okay, keep the head.
Back up until you get this nice stretch. Everything is relaxed between your spine and your wrist.
Keep the
A
head.
little bit more. I can see the neck
Ready,
sagging.
hold.
There you go. Okay. And now you're just gonna do a row.
Third pair
Pull
forward.
back, elbows out, just like you're in a boat. There you go. Perfect. Just like that. Want the elbows up and out. And don't bend your wrist, because you wouldn't do that in a boat. You want your forearms. You want your forearms perfectly flat, just like that. There you go. Nice. Now this is the most receptive one because you feel like you're doing nothing. And tomorrow you're probably back probably. Do that.
Get those
Relax,
elbows up,
get that
Coach.
nice stretch. It's really compatible with what you're doing. Think about the blade drops in the water. Now you're pushing away. And you accelerate. Let me see. So now you're pulling even. I want you to accelerate. There you go.
Oh.
Just like you would in a boat. There you go. Now don't drop your elbows when you do that. There you go. Be sure to keep your shoulders down.
And how many reps are you doing of those?
So I do 20, and I do 3 reps of 20.
Can you do higher reps with bands than weights?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. I don't know where you're at. That's good. Okay, now let's do the next thing. Okay, 2 more volunteers. 2 more volunteers. You're going to take one handle. One handle.
Good, and just a heads up, we have to get us somewhere out of here,
Okay.
so just a heads up.
Okay, when you're ready.